Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shrutismriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavadpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Good morning, Shubhodaya, Namaste. A very warm welcome to everyone on this auspicious day of Shankaracharya Jayanti. A very warm welcome to this month-long celebration of one of the greatest masters to have walked on this planet. This is Nitin Shredhar, the director and chief curator of Indica Center for Moksha Studies and the chief curator of this festival. Let us all together join together to celebrate the life, the works, and the legacy of Adi Shankara Bhagavadpadacharya. To me, the very name Shankara is auspicious. It is so not only because it recalls to the mind the Anadi Shankara, the Shiva, the Parabrahma, who is the most auspicious one, but also because it recalls to the mind Adi Shankara, the Shivavatara, who walked on this sacred land for just 32 years, but whose life and work were such that his legacy will last for thousands of years. To me, Adi Shankara Bhagavadpadacharya is first and foremost an Acharya and a Guru. He is an Acharya who imparted profound knowledge on life, on dharma and jnana, and he lived completely in sync with those principles that he taught. The very definition of Acharya is that one who practices, one who lives his life by the philosophy and the teachings that he teaches others. And he is a Guru, a Sadguru, a Shrotriya Brahmanishta Guru, whose teachings not only imparted freedom, emancipation, moksha, jnana to his immediate disciples, but also it has been a guiding light, a northern star that has been showing the path from darkness to light. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. So it has been showing the path to freedom to all of us, even today. A guru is one who takes a shishya from darkness to light, from ignorance to knowledge. And for me personally, Shankaracharya is one such very, very profound, very, very important guru. Sanatana Dharma is known for its Guru Paramparas, and we are all together gathered as seekers who belong to this Advaita Guru Parampara, which starts with Sadashiva and has Shankaracharya as the Guru who comes in the middle, and it flows to our own current acharyas and gurus who are still showing the path to us. Second, Bhagavadpadacharya was a profound scholar. His vidvat, his scholarship knows no comparison. It is said that he mastered the Veda by the time he was 8, and he mastered all the Shastras by the time he was 12, and he finished his Prasthana-traya Bhashyas by the time he was 16. Such a enormous, fantastic achievement. It has no parallels. His wide range of works, ranging from the Bhashyas to the Upanishads and the Brahma Sutras and the Gita to the Prakarana Granthas to innumerable Stotra Granthas, stand testimony to his scholarship. Third, he was an unparalleled bhakta with a great compassionate heart. He was not just a dry philosopher. He was not just a mere intellectual proponent of Sanatana Dharma. He was a great devotee. He was a great realized person. And his compassionate heart, his bhakti comes out not only in his Stotra Granthas, where it is manifest in more explicit, more beautiful manner, but also it can be seen in many other works, spread across many other works, both implicitly and explicitly. Fourth, Bhagavadpadacharya was a great yogi, a jivanmukta, who showed the pathless path to the divine, to freedom, through his life and teachings. And finally, he was a great unifier who created cultural and geographical unity through establishment of his pitams in the 4 directions. He was a great cultural integrator through many initiatives through integrative and harmonizing initiatives related to temple, related to ritual traditions that he undertook. And he was a great civilizational builder who understood the very heart of Bharatiya civilization, Bharatiya Samskriti, which is Sanatana Dharma, Sanatana Vaidika Dharma. Indica Center for Moksha Studies, which is more popularly known, which is previously what we called as Advaita Academy. We have been celebrating the life and legacy of this great master through this global festival of oneness since 2020. And this year is the 5th edition of this festival. And like previous years, our format will continue to be a month-long online celebration. Starting today, we will be hosting talks by around 50 sages, scholars, and seekers from across the world with 2 sessions each day, and we'll conclude on June 11th. The morning sessions will be from 7 to 8 a.m., that is in the Indian Standard Time. And in the evening, the sessions will be from 7 to 8 p.m., again Indian Standard Time. Those who are in a different time zone are requested to check for your local times accordingly. And these sessions will focus on Bhagavadpadacharya's life, his encyclopedic writings on Vedanta and Dharma, his multifaceted nature of his teachings, and how his teachings can facilitate an integrated and holistic living in the contemporary world. Our festival has been conceived as our tribute and a show of reverence to the great master. We request all the Vedanta seekers and enthusiasts, even those who do not know much about Vedanta but are interested to know about Sanatana Dharma, to register for this festival. You just have to go to our website, Indica website, and register once, and you can attend all the sessions through that one registration throughout the month. So with this brief opening remarks, I now want to invite Dr. Ravishankar Gundlapalli ji, who has been deeply associated with our festival since its inception and is one of the most active, most enthusiastic member of our organizing committee. I want to invite him to deliver the welcome address. But before that, I just briefly I want to introduce him. Dr. Ravi Kundlapalli deeply values his roots in Sanatana Dharma and considers Jagadguru Shankaracharya as his mentor, and he works very closely with Brahmashri Samavedam Shanmuga Sharma Garu. Ravi is a technology entrepreneur. He is the founder of Mentor Cloud, and he is also an author and a global keynote speaker on topics such as mentoring, entrepreneurship, and Bhagavad Gita. Ravi is, as I mentioned, has been with us since the inception of Global Festival of Oneness. He is one of the key members who helped conceptualize this festival, and he has also founded Know Your Roots Foundation with his wife Vani to rejuvenate and spread the essence of Sanatana Dharma among modern generation. He is an IITM alumni with a PhD from University of Michigan, and he is from Vijayawada and currently resides in Silicon Valley. Ravi Garu, over to you.
Dhanyavadaha, Nitinji. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutam Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha. Wishing everybody a wonderful Shankara Jayanti. Jaya Jaya Shankara, Hara Hara Shankara. The 6 words that can elevate us to the moksha. Thanks to Indica Moksha for being a champion for these kind of conferences for the last 5 years, when we first conceptualized this global festival of oneness to celebrate the life and works of Jagadguru Adi Shankara. It gives me immense joy that an idea that was born about 5 years ago has now continued to flourish and thrive and grow with scholars and seekers and Mathadipatis to join us in the celebration of Jagadguru Adi Shankara's life and his works. When we started this festival 5 years ago, we had 3 main goals. One, to celebrate his life and works of Adi Shankara. Like Nitinji said, he is the foremost thinker who walked on this beautiful land of Bharat, a socio-cultural architect, a transformational leader, as an entrepreneur, a poet, and a philosopher. I encourage all the young people who may not know about a Jagadguru to look at Jagadguru in his multifaceted personality. The second goal was to catalyze global awareness. Not many young people today know about Jagadguru Adi Shankara and his teachings and how relevant they are to the modern world. So the first was to celebrate, the second goal was to catalyze, and the third goal was to really create curiosity. Create curiosity among seekers to learn about Shankara and integrate, like Nitinji said, some of his teachings and some of his practices into our daily lives. The brilliance of Adi Shankara is, as an entrepreneur and founder, I see him as one. He had an immense vision for the country, passionate about what he did, extremely mission driven and persistent. He's a brilliant innovator. He revived this Advaita as a product. In one of my talks, I talked about a go-to-market strategy. a brilliant Advaita product that brought unity across Bharat at a very critical time in our evolution. He is an incredible contributor to knowledge, 16 commentaries, 20 treatises, and 22 original works. And he's a tireless leader. Now, today we see so many examples of leaders who are waking up and working 18, 20 hours a day towards, ensuring that Sanatana Dharma is established around the world. Now, Adi Shankara has walked across India 6 times to accomplish his unity mission. Like Nitinji said, Adi Shankara is a very compassionate humanist. His love for others, his servant leadership, and reverence for his mother are all great examples that we all can emulate. Now, to do all of this in a matter of 32 years requires incredible discipline. So many scholarly works that continue to shine and be relevant even today, bringing a change in such a vast country like Bharat in just a lifespan of 32 years. We are truly fortunate that we are coming from his heritage, right? We are walking on the same land that Adi Shankara once walked. And he is an incredible mentor. Over several hundred years, he continues to inspire sages, scholars, and leaders to really go back to their roots and practice a life rooted in dharma. This is our Panchama Shankara Utsavam, and it gives me a great privilege and honor to be sharing this welcome words with you. Now, Adi Shankara walked on this planet several hundred years ago, more than 1200 years ago, according to some studies. But his message and his wisdom are extremely relevant even today. Just look around today. Just open the newspaper or any online news channels. There's so much bad going on right now. Conflicts, hatred, violence, ideology differences. But at the same time, there is a lot of good as well. There is countless number of scholars, matams, yagyas, abhishekams, philanthropy activities, utsavams, revival of ancient Indian temples, music programs, dance programs going all over the world to really sing the glory of the Brahman. This list is endless. It's time to elevate the good over the bad. Conferences like Global Festival of Oneness are an attempt, and we have been incredibly successful to reaching millions of people to really spread that good so that bad eventually gets subsided and over time gets eliminated. That's what Adi Shankara did several hundred years ago. He brought Bharat together. Now, he chose Shastras over Astras, meaning using the wisdom that has come in our parampara, starting from Dakshinamurti, starting from from Shankara, using that wisdom to bring people together, not Astras, not war. So Shastras over Astras was a choice he made. Then he chose what I call Vad Vivad, or debating, over Akraman, or occupying. Those of you listening today and who are going to join us in this month-long festival, learn about his debates. We have had Supreme Court judges who have come to this conference and shared how they are following Adi Shankara's debating strategies in their everyday debates and in the court today. That's how relevant what Adi Shankara did, the idea of Vad Vivad versus Akraman. He also chose Sahan, means patience, or Sahan, patience, over Krodh, anger. Some of you may know, but if you don't, again, get curious, learn about the simple story when he went to Mandana Mishra and how he was humiliated. Adi Shankara was humiliated, but then Adi Shankara, stayed patient and eventually won in the debate. And then, Mandana Mishra became, one of Adi Shankara's disciples. So choosing Shastras over Astras, choosing Vad Vivad over Akraman, and choosing to be patient over getting angry. These are all incredible qualities that come from our ancient heritage. Adi Shankara is a living example of that we all can emulate in our everyday life. We can use wisdom to bring people together. We can have conversations to connect people and to let them realize the commonness in them, not get divided by their differences. We can be patient, we can show compassion, we can show empathy, and that is the kind of world India and Bharat has always stood by, and its time has come. As we kickstart this Panchama Shankara Utsavam, I encourage you all to get curious. I have done my own informal surveys across Bharat and even in the US, asking young people, do you know who Adi Shankara is? The unfortunate situation is many of them don't. Now, we cannot blame them because they have not been taught in schools or by their parents. So this is an opportunity for us to let the young people know the one and only Jagadguru who brought the Bharat together, who walked the talk and talked the walk. He walked across India, like I said, 6 times. This was several hundred years ago. And so I would like everyone attending this conference to get curious and join conferences like this and tell your friends. Feel the pride of our heritage. When I talk to young people, I tell them version 10,000.05 of the Sanatana Dharma software is running in you. Now, if you own a Mac or an iPad, you may not know all the softwares until somebody shows you that. Similarly, that software is running in us. And Adi Shankara upgraded it about several hundred years ago. So an upgraded version of that software is running in us. It is time to recognize it and awaken it. There has to be a Jagruti of Adi Shankara in us. So join as many sessions as you can. This festival is free, it's online, and it is bringing to you scholars from all over the world. People who are practitioners of Vedanta, Mathadipatis, business leaders, judges, academicians, scholars. It's all of them have a unique perspective, a unique appreciation of who Jagadguru Adi Shankara is. So you may find one of those perspectives that truly touches you, and then you can expand, you can learn more. And I highly encourage you to have conversations, not just about movies and cricket, but about these kind of topics. I say this, that birds with the same feather flock together is an old idea. Birds with the same destination fly together is the real one. Birds fly together because they have the same destination. In these conferences and in your circles, find those people who have the destination, who are thinking about Sanatana Dharma, who are thinking about establishing a life that leaves a strong legacy that is rooted in Dharma. As Jagadguru said, Satsangatve Nisangatvam. It comes from Bhajagovindam, one of his incredible contributions. I welcome you all, and including myself, to awaken the Shankara and the Shankara Tattvam in us. And in this year, there was also an inauguration of a giant statue of Adi Shankara in Omkareshwar called Ekatma Dham. So there's so much revival and conferences, events, youth programs happening to really bring the life and works of Adi Shankara to each and every one of us in a way that is relevant to our world today. So I will end this with a Bhagavadpada composition. Guru Charanambuja Nirbhara Bhaktaha Samsara Dachirat Bhavamuktaha Sendriya Manasa Niyamadevam Drakshasi Nija Hrudayastam Devam Drakshasi Nija Hrudayastam Devam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Jaya Jaya Shankara, Hara Hara Shankara. Shankara Jayanti Shubhashayaha. Thank you very much and welcome you once again to this Panchama Shankara Utsavam. Thank you for Indica Moksha for championing this and organizing this wonderful conference year after year. Huge gratitude to you. Dhanyavadaha. Nitinji, namaste.
Thank you very much, Ravi Garu, for a very timely, excellent and timely introductory comments. I think it is high time that we make it a mission to sensitize those who are around us about Shankara Bhagavadpadacharya and his teachings in whatever little way that we can do. We have to do this. So thank you for this timely reminder, Ravi Garu. Viewers, now we move on to the main segment of this inaugural session. We have a Anugraha Sandesham and then an Ashirvachanam. We are very happy and deeply blessed to have received the blessings of Jagadguru Shankaracharya, Shri Vidishekara Bharati Swamigal of Dakshinamnaya Shringeri Sharda Peetam for this festival. Shri Sannidhanam, as is known among the devotees, Shri Sannidhanam has specially blessed this festival with this Anugraha Sandesham, specially recorded for this global festival of oneness. We are very fortunate to receive these blessings from the Jagadguru, as it is these blessings that gives us more enthusiasm, that gives us more conviction that we are going in the right direction in the task that is at hand, in the goals that we want to achieve through Indica Moksha. So we are very grateful to the Jagadguru for making time for recording this Anugraha Sandesham, and for the team at the Sharda Peetam for doing all the recording and editing and sending us the video. They sent it us last night at 2:30 a.m. this morning. So they have been working on this last whole evening. So I'm very grateful to all of them. We'll now play the Anugraha Bhashanam, which is in Sanskritam. And afterwards, my senior colleague, Dr. Nagaraj Paturi ji, will be giving an English summary. I'm very grateful to Nagaraj Paturi ji as well, because he has been always the go-to person and all these Shastriya matters, Sanskrit related issues, he is the go-to person. So without further ado, we'll now play the Anugraha Sandesham.
शारदा शारदाम्भोजवदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं क्रियात् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अद्य समेषां सनातनधर्म अवलम्बिनाम् अत्यन्तं पुण्यः कालः संप्राप्तोस्ति। वैशाख शुक्ल पंचमी अस्यां तिथौ परमेश्वर अवताराणां सनातन वैदिक धर्म उद्धारकाणां महामहिम संपन्नानां जगद्गुरु श्री श्रीमद् आदिशंकर भगवत्पादाचार्याणां पवित्रतमः जयन्त्युत्सवः सर्वत्र समाचर्यमाणः अस्ति। विशेषतः एतद् दक्षिणाम्नाय शृङ्गेरी शारदा पीठस्य 33तमाः अधिपतयः अभिनवशङ्कर इति सर्वैरपि विद्वज्जनैः संकीर्तिताः जगद्गुरवः श्री सच्चिदानंद शिवाभिनव नृसिंहभारती महास्वामिनः ये अस्माकं परापर गुरवः सन्ति तादृशं सौभाग्यम् अस्माभिः प्राप्तमस्ति। ते जगद्गुरु श्री सच्चिदानंद शिवाभिनव नृसिंहभारती महास्वामिनः अस्यां वैशाखशुक्लपञ्चम्यां तिथौ सर्वैरपि सनातनधर्म अवलम्बिभिः शङ्करजयन्ती महोत्सवः महता वैभवेन समाचरणीयः इति आदेशः कृतः अस्ति तैः महास्वामिभिः। तदनुरोधेन सर्वत्र न केवलं भारते किन्तु भारतात् बहिरपि यत्र सनातनधर्म अवलम्बिनः सन्ति, सनातनधर्म अनुरागिणश्च सन्ति जनाः, ते सर्वेपि अस्मिन् दिने शङ्करजयन्ती महोत्सवम् आचरन्तः सन्ति। एतादृशः पुण्यः कालः अद्य सम्प्राप्तः अस्ति। तत्र शङ्करजयन्ती महोत्सवाचरणस्य निदानं किम् इत्युक्ते सर्वेषां जनानां श्रेयः आत्मोद्धारश्च। अस्य महोत्सवस्य आचरणेन सर्वेषामपि भूयांसि श्रेयांसि भवन्ति, आत्मोद्धारोऽपि भवति इत्यत्र न कोऽपि सन्देहः। यतोहि शङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्याः सर्वेषामपि जनानां श्रेयःप्राप्त्यर्थम् उद्धारार्थञ्च अवातरन्। तेषाम् अवतारस्य इदमेव मुख्यं प्रयोजनं यत् सर्वेषां जनानाम् उद्धरणम्। यतोहि सर्वेपि जनाः क्लिष्टेऽस्मिन् संसारे मग्नाः बहुविधानि दुःखानि अनुभवन्तः सन्ति। अयं विषयः अस्माकम् अनुभवारूढः अस्ति। सर्वेपि जनाः स्वजन्मनः आरभ्य मरणपर्यन्तम् अन्तराळे कियन्ति दुःखानि अनुभवन्तः सन्ति इति तु पार्थक्येन नैव वक्तव्यमस्ति। सर्वेषामपि जनानां बहुविधानि दुःखानि भवन्ति। अत्र यद्यपि एकस्य यादृशं दुःखमस्ति तादृशमेव दुःखं सर्वेषामप्यस्ति इति वक्तुं न शक्यते। परन्तु अस्यापि एकं दुःखमस्ति, अन्यस्य दुःखान्तरमस्ति। अनेन यादृशं दुःखम् अनुभूयते तादृशमेव दुःखं सर्वैरपि अनुभूयते इति यद्यपि तथा नास्ति, परन्तु अस्य एकविधं दुःखम्, अन्यस्य अन्यविधं दुःखम्। एवं रीत्या सर्वैरपि जनैः यत्किञ्चित् दुःखम् अनुभूयमानमेव अस्ति। यावत्पर्यन्तं वयम् अस्मिन् संसारे मग्नाः भवामः तावत्पर्यन्तं दुःखाद् विमुक्तिः नैव भवितुमर्हति। तत्रापि अद्यैव मम दुःखस्य निवृत्तिः भवतु, सर्वेषां दुःखानां निवृत्तिः भवतु यदि अस्माभिः सङ्कल्पः क्रियेत तदानीमपि दुःखाद् विमुक्तिः अद्यैव अस्माभिः प्राप्तुं नैव शक्यते। तदर्थं महान् प्रयत्नः कर्तव्यः अस्ति। तावता यद्यपि अद्यैव सर्वेभ्योऽपि दुःखेभ्यः निवृत्तिः नैव अस्माकं भवितुमर्हति, तथापि सर्वेभ्यः दुःखेभ्यः निवृत्तिः कदापि न भवति इत्यपि वक्तुं न शक्यते। तदर्थं विशेषतः अस्माभिः प्रयत्नः कर्तव्यः। प्रयत्ने कृते सर्वेभ्योऽपि दुःखेभ्यः वयं मुक्तिं प्राप्तुं शक्नुमः। अयमेव परमपुरुषार्थः मोक्षः इत्युच्यते। परन्तु मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं कश्चन पन्थाः अस्माभिः अवश्यम् अनुसरणीयः भवति। सोऽयं पन्थाः जगद्गुरु श्रीमदादिशङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्यैः दुःखनिमग्नानां जनानाम् उद्धरणार्थं प्रतिपादितः अस्ति। अतः ये दुःखान् मुक्तिं प्राप्तुमिच्छन्ति तैः सर्वैरपि, प्रायः अस्मिन् जगतीतले विद्यमानाः सर्वेपि जनाः दुःखान् मुक्तिम् इच्छन्त्येव। यतोहि न कोऽपि जनः अस्मिन् प्रपञ्चे आत्मनः दुःखमिच्छति। दुःखं मा भूत् इत्येव सर्वेपि जनाः इच्छन्ति। न केवलं मनुष्याः किन्तु तिर्यञ्चोपि आत्मनः दुःखं नेच्छन्ति। तिर्यक्प्राणिनः अपि आत्मनः दुःखं नेच्छन्ति। सुखमेव भवतु इत्येव इच्छन्ति। तथापि अत्र स्थितिस्तु विपरीता वर्तते। इत्युक्ते सर्वेपि सर्वदा सुखमेव इच्छन्ति, कदापि दुःखं नेच्छन्ति, परन्तु स्थितिः विपरीता वर्तते। सर्वदा सुखं मे भूयात् इति इच्छायां सत्यामपि सार्वधिकसुखं नैव अवाप्यते संसारे। मम कदापि दुःखं मा भूत् इति इच्छायां सत्यामपि दुःखान्मुक्तिः नैव, दुःखनिवारणं नैव लभ्यते अस्माभिः। सुखं भूयात् इति इच्छायां सत्यामपि सुखं न प्राप्यते, दुःखं मा भूत् इति इच्छायां सत्यामपि दुःखनिवृत्तिः न जायते। तत्र किं कारणम् इत्युक्ते संसाराधीनत्वमेव। संसाराधीनत्वं सर्वेषां प्राणिनाम् अस्ति इति कृत्वा तत्रापि अज्ञानाधीनत्वम्, अज्ञानाधीनत्वात् सर्वेषां प्राणिनां दुःखात् निवृत्तिरपि न जायते, सुखप्राप्तिरपि न जायते। अतः अस्मात् अज्ञानात् निवृत्तिः कदा भवति? ज्ञानप्राप्त्या भवति। ज्ञानप्राप्त्यैव अज्ञानस्य निवृत्तिः भवति। तदानीं वयं मोक्षं प्राप्तुं शक्नुमः। सर्वेभ्योऽपि दुःखेभ्यः मोक्षं शाश्वतिकं सुखं च प्राप्तुं शक्नुमः। अयमेव परमपुरुषार्थः, नाम चतुर्थः शाश्वतः पुरुषार्थः मोक्षः इत्युच्यते। एतादृशमोक्षमार्गं प्रादर्शयन् जगद्गुरु श्रीमदादिशङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्याः तद्वारा एतादृशमोक्षं तदर्थम् अनुष्ठेयानि कार्याणि च भगवत्पादाः प्रादर्शयन्। अतः ते निखिलजन उद्धारकाः सन्ति, जगद्गुरवः इति अस्माभिः सङ्कीर्त्यन्ते। तत्र शङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्याणां विषये माधवीयशङ्करदिग्विजये एकः श्लोकः अस्ति, प्रसिद्धोऽपि अस्ति अयं श्लोकः। अज्ञानान्तर्गहनपतितान् आत्मविद्योपदेशैः त्रातुं लोकान् भवदवशिखातापपापच्यमानान् मुक्त्वा मौनं वटविटपिनो मूलतो निष्पतन्ती शम्भोर्मूर्तिश्चरति भुवने शङ्कराचार्यरूपा इति अयं श्लोकः। प्रायः अस्मिन् श्लोके चतुर्थः पादः यः अस्ति, शम्भोर्मूर्तिश्चरति भुवने शङ्कराचार्यरूपा इति, इमं पादं बहवः जनाः अश्रौषुः, परन्तु ततः पूर्वं यत् पादत्रयमस्ति तत्तु बहुभिः जनैः प्रायः न श्रुतम्। अत्र कः अर्थः प्रतिपाद्यते इत्युक्ते, ये जनाः अज्ञानान्तर्गहनपतिताः सन्ति तान् उद्धर्तुं दक्षिणामूर्तिः स्वीयं मौनं त्यक्त्वा भगवत्पादाचार्यरूपेण अवतीर्य स्वीयैः उपदेशैः सर्वेषामपि जनानां श्रेयोमार्गं प्रदर्श्य सर्वानपि विशेषतः अन्वग्रहेषुः इति अस्य श्लोकस्य अर्थः। तत्र दक्षिणामूर्तिः भगवान् कथम् अस्ति इत्युक्ते मौनविशिष्टः, मौनव्याख्यया स्वचिन्मुद्रया सर्वानपि अद्वैततत्त्वम् उपदिशन् वर्तते। तत्र अस्माकं प्रश्नः भवति, कुतः मौनेन तत्त्वम् उपदिशति? इदं विरुद्धम् इव दृश्यते। मौनविशिष्टोऽप्यस्ति, उपदेशमपि करोति इत्युक्ते इदं कथं युज्यते? मौनं यदि भवति तर्हि उपदेशः कर्तुं न शक्यते। उपदेशः यदि क्रियते तर्हि मौनी न भवितुमर्हति। वचोभिः खलु उपदेशः कर्तव्यः। वचांसि यदि न सन्ति तर्हि उपदेशः कथं भवितुमर्हति सः इति तत्र अस्माकं प्रश्नः भवति। परन्तु अत्र अस्माभिः इदम् अवगन्तव्यमस्ति, यत् पारमार्थिकम् अद्वैततत्त्वमस्ति, यस्य साक्षात्कारेण मोक्षः अस्माभिः प्राप्यते, वयं कृतार्थाः भवामः, तत् तत्त्वं परमार्थतत्त्वं यदस्ति तत् पूर्णतया यदि अस्माभिः उपदेष्टव्यं तर्हि शब्दाः तत्र न पर्याप्ताः भवन्ति। शब्दानां तादृशी शक्तिः नास्ति। सर्वपूर्णं तत्त्वम्, एतादृशतत्त्वस्य अनुभवारूढत्वं शब्दैः नैव कर्तुं शक्यते। परन्तु तत्त्वसाक्षात्कारः अस्माभिः प्राप्तव्यः। तत्त्वसाक्षात्कारे सति अस्माभिः मोक्षः प्राप्तुं शक्यते। परन्तु तत्त्वसाक्षात्कारः शब्दैः नैव कर्तुं शक्यते। तत्त्वसाक्षात्कारार्थं यदपेक्षितमस्ति तत्तु शब्दैः क्रियते। तत्र शब्दैः तत्त्वसाक्षात्कारार्थं यत् अपेक्षितं भवति तत् शब्दैः अस्माभिः प्राप्तुं शक्यते। इत्युक्ते शब्दैः तत्त्वसाक्षात्कारस्य उपयोगः क्रियते, उपयोगः सम्पाद्यते, न पुनः शब्दसाक्षात्कारे तत्त्वसाक्षात्कार एव साक्षात् शब्दैः क्रियते। एवञ्च तत्र किं भवति, वस्तुतः यत् तत्त्वमस्ति तत् शब्दैः नैव वक्तुं शक्यते, किन्तु अनुभवेनैव तत्तत्त्वम् अस्माभिः अवगन्तव्यं भवति। तत्र शब्दान् अवलम्ब्य अस्मिन् मार्गे किञ्चित् दूरमेव वयं गन्तुं शक्नुमः। ततः अग्रे निदिध्यासनादिना तत्त्वस्य साक्षात्कारः सम्पादनीयः। तदानीं शब्दानाम् अपेक्षा नास्ति, आवश्यकता नास्ति। एवञ्च सर्वैरपि शब्दैः कार्त्स्न्येन तत्त्वस्य उपदेशः नैव कर्तुं शक्यते। तत्त्वज्ञानार्थं यदपेक्षितमस्ति तत्तु किञ्चित् शब्दैः उपदेष्टुं शक्यते इत्येतत् अस्माभिः अवगन्तव्यम्। एकम् उदाहरणं वयं पर्यालोचयितुं शक्नुमः। तत्र गुडखण्डः कथं भवति, लोके गुडस्य कः रसः भवति इति पृष्टे सति अस्माभिः किमुच्यते, गुडे मधुररसः भवति इत्यस्माभिरुच्यते। परन्तु गुडे मधुररसः भवति इति शब्देन वक्तुं शक्यते, परन्तु सः मधुररसः कथमस्ति इत्यनुभवस्तु शब्दैः नैव सम्पादयितुं शक्यते। इत्युक्ते गुडे माधुर्यमस्ति इति एकवारं वा द्विवारं वा त्रिवारं वा दशवारं वा शतवारं वा सहस्रवारं वा यद्यस्माभिरुच्यते तदानीम् अपि माधुर्यस्य अनुभवगोचरता न भवति। केवलम् अस्माभिर्ज्ञायते गुडखण्डे माधुर्यमस्ति इत्यस्माभिः ज्ञायते तावदेव, परन्तु तन्माधुर्यम् अनुभवारूढं नैव भवितुमर्हति शब्दमात्रेण। गुडे माधुर्यमस्ति गुडे माधुर्यमस्ति इति शब्दमात्रेण तन्माधुर्यम् अनुभवारूढं नैव भवितुमर्हति। परन्तु तर्हि एवं रीत्या कथनेन किं प्रयोजनं, गुडे माधुर्यमस्ति इति कथनेन किं प्रयोजनम् इत्युक्ते, तत्र यद्यपि वाक्येन गुडे माधुर्यम् अनुभवारूढं नैव भवितुमर्हति, तावता वाक्यस्य उपयोगः एव नास्ति इति वक्तुं न शक्यते। यतोहि यः मधुरं वस्तु भोक्तुमिच्छति तस्य गुडभक्षणार्थं प्रवृत्तिः गुडे माधुर्यमस्ति इति वाक्येन भवति। यदि वयम् उपदिशामः गुडे माधुर्यमस्ति, त्वं मधुरं भोक्तुकामोऽसि, अतः अयञ्च मधुररसः गुडे अस्ति, अतः गुडे माधुर्यमस्ति, अतः गुडखण्डः यदि त्वया भक्ष्यते तदानीं मधुररसस्य अनुभवः तव भवति इति वक्तुं शक्यते। अतः अस्मदीयवाक्येन परः गुडे माधुर्यमस्ति इत्युक्ते माधुर्यभक्षणार्थी परः गुडे माधुर्यमस्ति इति ज्ञात्वा तद्भक्षणार्थं प्रवृत्तिः तत्र जनयितुं शक्यते। अतः वाक्यस्य तावान् उपयोगस्तु अस्ति, उपयोगः एव नास्ति इति वक्तुं शक्यते, न शक्यते, तावान् उपयोगः अस्ति। परन्तु तदनन्तरं यदा गुडे माधुर्यम् अस्माभिरनुभवितव्यमस्ति तदानीं तु केवलं शब्दमात्रेण तस्य अनुभवगोचरता नैव भवितुमर्हति। तदानीं किं कर्तव्यमस्ति, गुडखण्डं हस्ते गृहीत्वा मुखे स्थापनीयं, गुडखण्डस्य रसनायाश्च यदा संयोगः भवति तदानीं तत्र विद्यमानः रसः अस्माभिः अनुभवितुं शक्यते। यदा गुडखण्डस्थः मधुररसः अस्माभिरनुभूयमानः अस्ति तदानीं वचनस्य अपेक्षा नैव अस्ति, वचसां नैव अपेक्षा अस्ति। कश्चन गुडखण्डं खादन्नस्ति, तत्रत्यं मधुररसम् अनुभवन्नप्यस्ति, तदानीं तं प्रति गुडे माधुर्यं भवति गुडे माधुर्यं भवति इति उपदेशस्य आवश्यकता एव नास्ति। सः अन्यं कमपि न पृच्छति, गुडे कः रसः अस्ति इति नैव पृच्छति, गुडे मधुररसः अस्ति इति तं प्रति उत्तरमपि नैव आवश्यकं भवति। तदानीं वचनानां वचसाम् अपेक्षा नैव अस्ति। मौनेन सः गुडखण्डं यदि भक्षयति तदानीं तत्रस्थः मधुररसः तेन अनुभूयते। तदानीं वचसाम् अपेक्षा नास्ति, आवश्यकतापि नास्ति। इत्युक्ते गुडखण्डस्थस्य मधुररसस्य अनुभवः यदा भवति तदानीं शब्दानाम् अपेक्षा नास्ति। शब्दैः अनुभवः कार्त्स्नेन नैव सम्पादयितुं शक्यते, किन्तु यः मधुरं भोक्तुम् इच्छति तस्य गुडभक्षणे प्रवृत्तिं जनयितुं शक्नुमः शब्देन। अतः यथा अत्र कार्त्स्नेन मधुररसानुभवः वाक्यैः सम्पादयितुं न शक्यते, तद्वत् कार्त्स्नेन तत्त्वसाक्षात्कारः शब्दैः नैव सम्पादयितुं शक्यते। परन्तु तत्त्वसाक्षात्कारार्थम् उपयोगः कश्चन शब्दैः अस्माभिरवाप्यते। तत्रापि मधुररसस्य अनुभवार्थम् उपयोगः अस्माभिः वाक्येन सम्पाद्यते। अतः वस्तुतः यत्तत्त्वं तस्य साक्षात्कारे शब्दः अकिञ्चित्करः भवति। अत एव तत्र भगवान् दक्षिणामूर्तिः मौनेन केवलं चिन्मुद्रया तत्त्वम् उपदिशति। अतः अत्र यद्यपि अन्यत्र वचांसि विना उपदेशः नैव भवितुमर्हति अन्येषां पदार्थानां विषये, परन्तु यदिदं ब्रह्मतत्त्वमस्ति अस्य उपदेशस्तु वचोभिः किञ्चिदेव कर्तुं शक्यते। वस्तुतः पूर्णत्वेन अस्य उपदेशस्तु वचोभिः नैव कर्तुं शक्यते। अतः पूर्णत्वेन उपदेशं भगवान् दक्षिणामूर्तिः मौनेन करोति। परन्तु यदि मौनेन भगवान् दक्षिणामूर्तिः तत्त्वम् उपदिशति तदानीं तादृशं तत्त्वं सर्वेपि ज्ञातुं नैव शक्नुवन्ति। ये महर्षयः सन्ति ते तु अवगन्तुं शक्नुवन्ति, परन्तु सर्वेपि जनाः तत्र मौनेन तत्त्वस्य उपदेशे सति नैव ज्ञातुं शक्नुवन्ति खलु। अतः ये जनाः महर्षीणां यादृशी बुद्धिरस्ति, अत्यन्तं सूक्ष्मविषया बुद्धिः या महर्षीणाम् अस्ति, तादृशी बुद्धिः येषां नास्ति साधारणानां जनानां, तेषामपि अनुग्रहार्थं तानपि उद्धर्तुं भगवान् दक्षिणामूर्तिः भगवत्पादरूपेण अवतीर्णः अस्ति। ये सामान्यजनाः सन्ति तेषां मौनमात्रेण तत्त्वावगतिः नैव भवितुमर्हति। यतोहि ते सर्वेपि कथं सन्ति, तत्त्वविमुखाः सन्ति। लोके बहवः जनाः ईदृशमेकं तत्त्वमस्ति, इदं तत्त्वं मया अवगन्तव्यमस्ति, तदर्थं मया प्रयतितव्यम् इत्यपि बहवः न जानन्ति। जानन्ति चेत् तदनन्तरं तदर्थं ते प्रयतन्ते, परन्तु एतादृशं ज्ञानमेव बहूनां नास्ति। अहमिदानीं संसारे मग्नः अस्मि, अयं संसारः दुःखमयः, इतः मया मुक्तिः सम्पादनीया, तत्र शाश्वतिकं सुखं मया प्राप्तव्यम् इत्येतादृशः विवेकः एव बहूनां जनानां नास्ति। अतः बहवः जनाः किं मन्यन्ते, योऽयं संसारः अत्रैव अस्मिन्नेव संसारे अस्माभिः सुखेन वस्तव्यम् इत्येव बहवः जनाः मन्यन्ते। इतः अन्यत् किमपि नास्ति, अत्रैव अस्माभिः सुखसाधनानि सम्पादनीयानि, यावत्पर्यन्तं वयमत्र तिष्ठामः तावत्पर्यन्तं सुखेन स्थातव्यम् इति बहवः जनाः मन्यन्ते। एतदुपरि किमपि नास्ति इति बहवः जनाः मन्यन्ते। अतः एतादृशानां जनानां मौनेन उपदेशः कदापि नैव कर्तुं शक्यते। अतः तेषामपि अनुग्रहं कर्तुं भगवान् दक्षिणामूर्तिः स्व उपदेशेन तेषामपि जनानाम् अनुग्रहं कर्तुं भगवान् दक्षिणामूर्तिः स्वीयं मौनं त्यक्त्वा जगद्गुरु श्रीमद् आदिशङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्याणां रूपेण अवतीर्णः अस्ति। शङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्याः अवतीर्य च स्वीय उपदेशैः सर्वानपि जनान् अन्वगृह्णन् अस्माभिः किं किं कर्तव्यमस्ति इत्येतत् ते उपादिक्षन्। तत्रापि अस्मिन् लोके तत्र अस्माभिः किं कर्तव्यमस्ति, तत्रापि व्यवहारे व्यावहारिकप्रपञ्चे नाम लौकिकेषु व्यवहारेषु अस्माभिः कथं वर्तितव्यम् इत्यतः आरभ्य पारमार्थिकं तत्त्वं किमस्ति तत् कथम् अस्माभिरवगन्तव्यं तदर्थं कः पन्थाः अस्माभिरनुसरणीयः इत्येतावत्पर्यन्तं बहून् विषयान् जगद्गुरु श्रीमदादिशङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्याः स्वग्रन्थेषु उपादिक्षन् स्वीयवचोभिः ते बहून् विषयान् उपादिक्षन्। अतः भगवत्पादानाम् उपदेशाः यदि अस्माभिः अनुस्रियन्ते तदानीं वयं लौकिकेष्वपि व्यवहारेषु विजयं प्राप्तुं शक्नुमः सर्वत्र। एवं तत्त्वविचारेपि वयं विशेषतः यदि प्रवर्तामहे तदानीं तत्त्वावगतिरपि अस्माभिः प्राप्तुं शक्यते। अतः भगवत्पादाचार्याणां शङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्याणाम् उपदेशाः अत्यन्तम् आवश्यकाः सन्ति। तत्र एकः विषयः अस्माभिः अवगन्तव्यः अवश्यं। भगवान् दक्षिणामूर्तिः मौनेन तत्त्वम् उपदिशन् वर्तते। स च भगवान् अस्माकं सर्वेषामपि अनुग्रहार्थं मौनं त्यक्त्वा शङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्याणां रूपेण अवतीर्णः अस्ति। यद्यपि एवं रीत्या अवतरणे भगवतः किमपि प्रयोजनं नास्ति। भगवान् यदि नावतरति तदानीं न कापि विनष्टिः भगवतः अस्ति। यदि भगवान् अवतरति तदानीं न कोऽपि लाभः भगवतः अस्ति। अवतरणेन लाभोऽपि नास्ति भगवतः, अनवतरणे क्लेशोऽपि नास्ति भगवतः। तथापि भगवान् किमर्थम् अवतरति इत्युक्ते जनानाम् अनुग्रहार्थम्, अस्माकं सर्वेषामपि अनुग्रहार्थम् उद्धरणार्थञ्च भगवान् अवतरति। अत एव अत्र भगवान् जायते इति नोच्यते। यतोहि इदं भगवतः जननं न, जननं नाम कर्माधीनं सर्वेषामपि अस्माकं भवति। इदमेव जननं यत् कर्माधीनं भवति तत् अस्माभिः जननम् इत्युच्यते। भगवतः अवतारः इत्युच्यते, जननम् इति नैव उच्यते। अवतारो नाम कः? यः उपरि विद्यमानः भवति सः उपरि विद्यमानात् देशात् यदि अधः विद्यमानं देशं प्रत्यागच्छति तदानीं तदागमनमेव अवतरणम् इत्युच्यते। उपरि स्वस्थः पुरुषः अधः अवतरति इति लोके अस्माभिः दृष्टम्। एवमेव भगवानपि उत्कृष्टे तत्र भगवानपि स्वस्थः उत्कृष्टायां स्थितौ विद्यमानः भगवानपि स्वस्थानात् भक्तानाम् अनुग्रहार्थम् अवतरति। लोके कस्मिंश्चित् गर्ते पतितः पुरुषः ततः गर्तात् यदि उद्धरणीयः तदानीं किं कर्तव्यमस्ति? यः उपरि विद्यमानः अस्ति सः किञ्चित् अवनतो भूत्वा स्वीयं हस्तम् आलम्बनत्वेन तस्मै पुरुषाय दद्यात्। यः गर्तस्थः पुरुषः अस्ति तदुद्धरणार्थं यदि स्वीयं हस्तं ददाति तदानीम् अधस्तात् गर्ते विद्यमानः पुरुषोऽपि स्वीयहस्तम् उद्धृत्य तस्मै प्रयच्छति। तदानीम् उपरि विद्यमानः अधस्तात् विद्यमानं पुरुषं हस्ते गृहीत्वा उपरिष्टात् उद्धर्तुं शक्नोति। यदि उपरि विद्यमानः पुरुषः अहम् अवनतः न भवामि, अहम् एवमेव तिष्ठामि यदि वदति अथवा स्वीयं हस्तम् आलम्बनत्वेन यदि न ददाति तदानीम् अधस्ताद् विद्यमानस्य उद्धरणं नैव कर्तुं शक्यते। अधस्ताद् विद्यमानस्य पुरुषस्य उद्धरणं यदि कर्तव्यं तर्हि अयम् अवनतो भूत्वा तस्य हस्तं गृहीत्वा उद्धरणं कुर्यात्। तत्रापि अधस्ताद्यः विद्यमानः सः यदि ततः उद्धरणं प्राप्तुमिच्छति तदानीं तेनापि स्वहस्तः दातव्यः, यः उपरि विद्यमानः अस्ति तदर्थं स्वहस्तः प्रसारणीयः भवति। तदानीं तदीयं हस्तं गृहीत्वा उपरि विद्यमानः उद्धर्तुं शक्नोति। यदि अधस्ताद् विद्यमानः स्वीयहस्तं नैव प्रसारयति, नैव स्वबाहुं नैव उद्धरति, तदानीं सः सर्वदापि अधस्तादेव भवति, तस्य उद्धरणं नैव कर्तुं शक्यते। अतः उपरि विद्यमानोपि अवनतः भवेत्, अधस्ताद् विद्यमानोपि स्वहस्तम् उद्धरेत्। तदानीम् उपरि विद्यमानः अवनतो भूत्वा अधस्ताद् विद्यमानस्य हस्तं गृहीत्वा उद्धर्तुं शक्नोति। तदानीं तस्य उद्धरणं भवितुमर्हति। एवमेव भगवान् दक्षिणामूर्तिः भगवत्पादाचार्याणां रूपेण अवतीर्णः अस्ति। केषाम् उद्धरणार्थं? सर्वेषामप्यस्माकम् उद्धरणार्थम् अवतीर्णः अस्ति। तदानीं येषाम् उद्धरणार्थं भगवान् अवतीर्णः अस्ति तैः अस्माभिः किं कर्तव्यमस्ति? यथा अधस्ताद् विद्यमानः तत्र उद्धारं प्राप्तुमिच्छुः पुरुषः यथा स्वहस्तम् उद्धृत्य तस्मै ददाति, तद्वदेव अस्माभिरपि स्वहस्तम् उद्धृत्य भगवते दातव्यं। तदानीं किं भवति? भगवान् अस्मदीयं हस्तं गृहीत्वा अस्मान् उद्धर्तुं शक्नोति। गर्ते पतितः पुरुषस्तु स्वहस्तं स्वबाहुम् ऊर्ध्वम् उद्धरति, तदानीम् उपरि विद्यमानः तदेव हस्तं गृहीत्वा उद्धरति। अत्र अस्माभिः किं कर्तव्यमस्ति इत्युक्ते, भगवत्पादैः अस्माकम् उद्धरणार्थं यः मार्गः उपदिष्टः अस्ति सः मार्गः अस्माभिः अनुसर्तव्यः। ये विषयाः भगवत्पादैः उपदिष्टाः सन्ति ते अस्माभिः आचरणीयाः सन्ति। भगवत्पादैः यथा उक्तं त्वया एवं कर्तव्यं, त्वया एवं कर्तव्यम्, एवं न कर्तव्यम् इति यद्यत् तेषां ग्रन्थेषु भगवत्पादैः उपदिष्टमस्ति तत् अस्माभिः अवश्यं कर्तव्यमस्ति। तदानीं वयम् अस्माकमपि उद्धरणं भवितुमर्हति। यदा भगवान् स्वस्थानं त्यक्त्वा मौनमपि त्यक्त्वा श्रममपि अविगणय्य अस्मान् उद्धर्तुम् अवतीर्णः, तदानीम् अस्माभिः किं कर्तव्यमस्ति? यदि वयं भगवन्तं त्यक्त्वा भगवदुपदिष्टमार्गं त्यक्त्वा विरुद्धदिशं प्रति गच्छामः, तदानीं किं भवति इत्युक्ते तदत्यन्तम् असमीचीनं भवति। भगवानपि अस्मदर्थम् अवतीर्णः, वयमपि उद्धरणार्थं भगवान् यत्र अस्ति तत्र अस्माभिः गन्तव्यं भवति। तदानीं भगवान् अस्मान् उद्धर्तुं शक्नोति, अस्माकम् उद्धरणं भवितुमर्हति। अतः एतदर्थं सर्वैरपि प्रयतितव्यं। तदर्थं भगवत्पादाः स्वग्रन्थेषु यान् विषयान् उपादिक्षन् ते सर्वेपि अस्माभिः ज्ञातव्याः, आचरणीयाश्च। सर्वैरपि जनैः भगवत्पादानां ग्रन्थेषु तत्र प्रश्नोत्तररत्नमालिका, उपदेशपञ्चकम् इत्यादि ग्रन्थेषु ये विषयाः उपदिष्टाः सन्ति ते अवश्यं यथायोग्यं स्वसामर्थ्यानुरोधेन ते विषयाः अस्माभिः समाचरणीयाः। भगवत्पादैः विरचितानि स्तोत्राणि प्रत्यहं पठनीयानि। विशेषतः तैः उपदिष्टानि तत्त्वानि गुरुमुखात् अस्माभिः ज्ञातव्यानि, विशेषतः ज्ञातव्यानि। तैः किं तत्त्वम् उपदिष्टमस्ति इत्येतद् अस्माभिः अवश्यं ज्ञातव्यं। तेन अस्माभिः प्राप्तम् इदं मानुषं जन्म सार्थकं यथा भवेत् तथा अस्माभिः प्रयत्नः अवश्यं कर्तव्यः इत्ययं विषयः अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे विशेषतः अस्माभिः विवक्षितः अस्ति। सर्वेपि जनाः स्वगृहेषु इमं शङ्करजयन्ती महोत्सवं विशेषतः समाचर्य भगवत्पादानां कृपायाः पात्राणि भवेयुः। भगवत्पादानाम् अनुग्रहं विशेषतः प्राप्नुयुः इति अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे वयं वक्तुमिच्छामः। तत्र भगवत्पादैः सनातनधर्मस्य शाश्वतिकप्रचारार्थं भारतस्य चतसृषु दिक्षु चत्वार्येव आम्नायपीठानि भगवत्पादैः प्रतिष्ठापितानि सन्ति। शृङ्गेर्यां, द्वारकायां, बदरीक्षेत्रे, पुरीक्षेत्रे च चत्वारि आम्नायपीठानि भगवत्पादैः प्रतिष्ठापितानि। भगवत्पादाः केरलेषु कालट्याम् अवतीर्णाः चत्वारि आम्नायपीठानि प्रतिष्ठाप्य काश्मीरदेशे शारदा सर्वज्ञपीठम् अधिष्ठाय अन्ते च केदारक्षेत्रे स्वीयम् अवतारं समापयन् भगवत्पादैः यः महान् उपकारः कृतः अस्ति तादृशः उपकारः केनापि नैव कृतः अस्ति। एतादृशं वैशिष्ट्यं जगद्गुरु श्री आदिशङ्करभगवत्पादाचार्याणाम्, अतः तेषाम् अयं जयन्त्युत्सवः विशेषतः सर्वैरपि आचरणीयः इति अमुं विषयम् अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे वक्तुम् इच्छामः। तत्रापि विशेषतः बहुभ्यः वर्षेभ्यः इण्डिका इति नाम्ना प्रथिता संस्था वर्तते। अनया संस्थया बहुभ्यः वर्षेभ्यः शङ्करजयन्तीमहोत्सवः समायोज्यमानः अस्ति। तत्र अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे विदुषां प्रवचनानि भाष्यपारायणादीनि च समायोजितानि सन्ति। अयं विषयः अस्माकम् अत्यन्तं प्रमोदं जनयति। भगवत्पादानां तत्त्वं भगवत्पादैः सकलोपनिषत्सु प्रतिपादितं यत् तत्त्वम् उपदिष्टमस्ति अद्वैततत्त्वं, तस्य प्रचारार्थमपि बहूनि कार्याणि संस्थयानया क्रियन्ते इतीदं महतः प्रमोदस्य स्थानम्। अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे एतत् संस्थायाः सर्वेषामपि सज्जनानां निदेशकादीनाञ्च भूयांसि श्रेयांसि भवन्तु। एवमेव भवद्भिः सङ्कल्पितानि सर्वाण्यपि कार्याणि निरन्तरायं प्रवर्तन्तां। विशेषतः धर्मप्रचारकार्याणि, तत्त्वप्रचारकार्याणि, लोकोपकारकार्याणि च विशेषतः प्रवर्तन्तां। तत्र भागग्राहिणः समेपि भूयांसि श्रेयांसि प्राप्नुवन्तु इति वयम् आशास्महे।
We are very grateful and truly fortunate to have received this blessing from Jagadguru Shankaracharya, a very timely message, message which is relevant to all of us, has been given today by Sri Vidishekara Bharati Swamigal. I now request my senior and erudite colleague, Dr. Nagaraj Paturi ji, to provide an English summary of Jagadguru's Anugraha Sandesham.
Thank you, Nitin Sridharji. As we have all been mentioning from this morning, this is a day for us to celebrate, and we have to better use the word worship rather than celebrate. Our celebration is in the form of worshipping, and even better word is upasana, which is emulation, an inward emulation of a tattva. So this day, like in a japamala, there is the main principal bead which comes back after every turn of the whole mala. Jayantis come as that principal bead. But throughout the year also, the other beads keep turning in our japa of Shankara. Today is the principal bead called Shankara Jayanti, and that Shankara japa runs throughout the year. We were fortunate to receive the Anugraha Bhashanam of Jagadguru Shankaracharya Sannidhanam Shri Vidishekara Bharati Swami. We have been translating Sanskrit talks of Shastra scholars, but when the epitome or the zenith of such Shastra scholarship, Bhagavadpada himself in the avatara of our Sannidhanam speaks, that translation is even more complicated. But you please just check, please just see the way they build the argument in every piece of their talk. For example, today, Sanidhanam, our started by mentioning how Shankara Jayanti started historically. He said that his Parapara Guru, Abhinava Vidya Bharati Swami, gave an instruction to the whole world that on this day, Shankara Jayanti needs to be celebrated. That is how Shankara Jayanti celebrations all over the world started. Why Shankara Jayanti has to be celebrated? He starts with that establishment of the reason. He says, this gives us the upasana of Shankara, upasana of Shankara's instructions for our own benefit, for our own benefit of getting rid of the sorrows of this samsara, this birth and death cycle. From there, he goes on to say that in Madhaviya Shankara Vijaya, there is a shloka in which it is mentioned that Shankara is none other than Shambhu, Shiva. And that shloka says Shankara was moving around, walking on the earth. That walking on the earth that was mentioned by Nitinji, Ravi Shankarji this morning, that is there in the shloka. He walked on this earth. But in the shloka, Swami our was saying, there is the earlier part which is not remembered by many, which also says that it is Dakshinamurti who gave up his silence and has come down to earth, and it was he who was moving on the earth. Dakshinamurti gave up the silence and he was moving on the earth. For those who may not know what is meant by this giving up silence, Dakshinamurti is a form of Shiva which is described as a young person sitting under a banyan tree with a mudra, hand gesture of this shape, which is called Chin Mudra. And around him, there are 4 rishis sitting, sages sitting. These sages are aged, old-aged people. The teacher is a young person. Vruddha Shishyaha Gurur Yuva. Gurostu, the teacher is Maunavyakhyanam. He does instruction through Mauna, through silence. Shishyastu, the students, disciples sitting around are Chinna Samshayaha. All their doubts are cleared through silence only, is the description of Dakshinamurti. This was not in the speech. I am just adding this for the benefit of those who do not know the concept of Dakshinamurti. So Swamiji was bringing this and saying that Madhaviya Shankara Vijaya tells us that it was Dakshinamurti who took the form of Shankara. And then in a sequence he goes, why Dakshinamurti? What is silence? What is this interesting, intriguing aspect of why instruction has to be in the form of silence only? And why giving up of silence is being discussed here. Then he went on to explain how actually the experience of the Paratattva, the ultimate that we have to realize through our Tattva Jnana, is inexplicable. It is beyond words. But to reach it, we need words. To reach it, we need Shastra. We need all the words. Through words only, we get to that. But once we reach that, then there is no need of words. There is no need of sound. It is in the form of silence. So the instruction from Dakshinamurti is silence means Dakshinamurti is the reachable entity itself. That is why it is in the form of silence. There are no words there. To explain this, Swami Varu brought analogy of eating jaggery. He says, jaggery is sweet. We know this. When we put it in our mouth, we experience the sweetness of jaggery. That is also there. But for experiencing this, to say that jaggery is sweet, jaggery is sweet, jaggery is sweet, one time, twice, thrice, or 10 times, hundreds of times, or even thousands of times, that does not give you any benefit of experiencing the sweetness. The only way to experience that is to put it in the mouth and taste it. Once you taste it, there is no need of sound at all. There is no need of telling. For the person who experiences it, there is no need of telling. But why are there words then? Those who have experienced the sweetness of jaggery, they have a responsibility to tell the world that there is sweetness in jaggery. That gives inspiration to the other people, or that gives the knowledge, information to the other people that there is something called jaggery and it has to be put in the mouth and the sweetness has to be experienced. In the same way, all the Shastras and all the words in the Shastras are such expressions. There the sound is required. But once the sweetness of jaggery is experienced, then sound is not required. This is the meaning of Mauna Vyakhya. He explains this with the example of jaggery's sweetness and all the words about jaggery's sweetness. And then he goes on to tell us that this avatara of Shankara happened because there is dukkha in the world. All of us are experiencing dukkha. By dukkha, we do not mean that there is only one entity called dukkha. Dukkha of each person is different. Dukkha of each person in each instant is different. But there are dukkhas of several kinds, and dukkha, there is some common sorrow. Those sorrows of individuals are different in different instances for different individuals. There is one common entity called sorrow. And that sorrow, no one wants. None in the world wants to have sorrow. Everyone wants to have only sorrow-free, happy life. But how to get rid of this sorrow? That solution comes from Vedanta. How to get rid of this sorrow? The path towards getting rid of sorrow comes from Vedanta. There may not be everyone that is interested in getting rid of this sorrow. Some people may not even know that there is a way to get rid of this sorrow. People may not even know that this is called sorrow. I have to recognize this as my problem. Even that may not be known to many people. But those who recognize that there is a sorrow, everyone wants to get rid of sorrow. It is not only humans, even the non-human animals and non-human creatures also have a desire to get rid of sorrows. No creature wants to have sorrow. All creatures want to get rid of sorrow. For that, we need instruction. And to give that instruction, the Dakshinamurti form, which is in the form of silence, has broken that silence. It gave up the silence and it took the form of Shankara. And when he came down to give us Upadesha, Swami Varu was saying that we are using the word avatara. We are not using the word janma. What is avatara? Avatara is descending. Descending happens only when something is above, at an upper level. So that avatara, if it does not happen, that is, if that person who is in the upper level, if he doesn't come down also, there is no loss for him. If he comes down, there is no benefit for him. This descending from upper level to the level of us happens only out of their compassion for us. Only out of their compassion they come down. It is not for their own benefit, not because there is a loss to them if they don't descend. Swami Varu went on explaining the word avatara in great detail. Tar is the root verb root there. Ava is the prefix there. Ava means downwards, crossing. Tar is to cross. So, avatara means descending down from a level where there is a hurdle. To cross that and to come down is avatar. He in detail explains, if there is a person there at an upper level, why is he coming down? He wants to take the people who are at the lower level upwards. When that person comes down to uplift the person who is at a lower level, what this lower level person has to do, he has to give his hand and catch the hand of the person who is descending down to uplift him to the upper level. So the responsibility of the person who is at a lower level is to give his hand to the person so that he would be uplifted. That person who is coming down is doing this out of compassion. This he has to realize. This person has to realize that this is happening out of compassion for me only, and I have to make use of that compassion, and he has to give his hand. By describing avatara this way, Swami Varu was saying that you have a responsibility when avatara happens. You have a responsibility of offering your hand. How can you offer your hand to be uplifted by the avatara when it comes down? You have to follow the books that are provided by the avatara. All the Upadesha that is done through various books like Prashnottara Ratnamalika or Upadesha Panchakam or any of such made easy books by Shankara Bhagavadpada, you have to obediently follow them, make use of them, learn from them. By doing that, you are giving your hand to the person who is coming down all the way, taking the trouble of coming all the way down to uplift you from the lower level to the upper level. This, towards the end, he said that we have to remember this, that the avatara has happened for us, for our own benefit. And we have to take benefit of that descending that has happened from Dakshinamurti, who broke his silence, who gave up his silence for our own sake. He gave up his silence for our benefit. We should realize this and pay our gratitude or get the benefit, take the benefit by studying the literature, And then towards the end, he said that I am very happy that Shankara Jayanti is being celebrated all over the world today as per the instructions of our Parapara Guru. And I'm very glad that Indica is organizing this for several years. And during this organizing, they are organizing many events like Bhashya and other things. I'm very happy to know. And they're organizing many talks on Shankara also. That also I'm very happy. I pass on my blessings to the founder, to the directors, and all those who are associated with Indica for doing this. And this has to continue. And on this auspicious day, I am offering my blessings to the whole world. With these words, Swami Varu ended his talk.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nagaraji, for a very comprehensive summary, or rather I would say comprehensive rendering of Jagadguru Acharya's Anugraha Sandesham. Thank you very much. I'm sure all the audience has been deeply benefited by this rendering. I again express our deep reverence and gratitude to Jagadguru Sri Sannidhanam for blessing us for this festival. Now moving on to the next segment, we are very fortunate to have also received Ashirvachanam from Swami Govinda Devgiri Ji Maharaj blessing the festival. Before we play the Ashirvachanam, just a brief introduction to Swamiji. Swami Govinda Devgiri Ji is very well known in India and across the world for his spellbinding discourses on Srimad Bhagavat, Ramayana, and Mahabharata, and many other texts. He was, before his sannyasa in his Purvashrama, he was known as Acharya Kishorji Madan Gopal Vyas, and he was born in Belapur, a small village in Ahmednagar district of Maharashtra. He had an inherited legacy of studying our ancient Shastras, of bhakti, and of committed religiosity from his parents through a long family tradition. He completed his primary education in his native village and then joined Tattvagyan Vidyapeeth founded by Sri Panduranga Shastri Athawale. Swamiji earned his bachelor's degree in philosophy under Athawale ji. Thereafter, Swamiji went to Varanasi and he studied Veda, Upanishads, and other Shastras under the guidance of renowned Vedic scholar Vedamurti Dr. Vishwanath Ji Dev, and accomplished the coveted degree of Darshanacharya. Alongside his studies, Swamiji gave various discourses, furthering his family tradition of giving discourses. His first religious discourse was on Srimad Bhagavatam, which was in his own native village, Belapur. Swamiji was 17 years at that time. Ever since then, Swamiji has given pravachans for nearly 50 years on various texts: Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavata, Dhyaneshwari, Dashbodh, Yoga Vashishta, Sri Devi Bhagavata, Shiva Puran, and many other texts. Swamiji is an ardent devotee of Sant Dhyaneshwar Maharaj, and he has made Dhyaneshwari, which is the Marathi equivalent of Bhagavad Gita, into a guiding principles of his life. Swamiji has also founded Sant Sri Dhyaneshwar Gurukul to impart these wisdoms from Dhyaneshwari to next generation. Blessed by His Holiness Jagadguru Sri Jayendra Saraswati Ji of Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham, Swamiji was initiated into Sannyasa, Paramaham Sannyasa order by Swami Satyamitrananda Giriji in Haridwar in 2006. Following his sannyas, he was given the name Sri Govind Devgiri Ji Maharaj. Swamiji has founded many dharmika initiatives such as Gita Parivar and Maharshi Vedavyas Pratishthan, and he is the treasurer trustee of Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirtha Kshetra Trust and was a very active member in the construction of Ayodhya Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Temple. Swamiji has co-authored many books and he has received many awards, including Swami Chandrasekhara Saraswati National Pride Award by Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham, Sanskrit Sadhana Shikhar Samman by Government of Rajasthan, Sant Dhyanobha Tukaram Award by Government of Maharashtra, and many more awards. We are very blessed to receive this Ashirvachanam by Swamiji. I request Srinivas to play the Ashirvachanam.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। भाष्यम शारीर मीमांसा वेदस्तु परमेश्वरः आचार्य शंकराचार्य संतु में जन्म जन्मनि। इस श्लोक में जो भाव दर्शाए गए हैं उसके अनुसार वास्तव में जिनको अपने गुरु के स्थान में स्थापित करना चाहिए, ऐसे यदि कोई सर्वोपरि आचार्य है तो वे भगवान आदि शंकराचार्य महाराज ही है। भगवान आदि शंकराचार्य महाराज का कार्य और उनका साहित्य यह हम सब लोगों के दृष्टि के सामने निरंतर होना चाहिए, क्योंकि वही इस राष्ट्र की मूल प्रेरणा है। वही इस राष्ट्र को बांध करके रख सकती है और वही इस राष्ट्र के मूल स्वरूप वैदिक जीवन को हमारे सामने निरंतर प्रस्थापित कर सकती है। उन भगवान आदि शंकराचार्य महाराज के इस वाङ्मय का प्रचार करने के लिए नई पीढ़ी को वह ध्यान में आवे और सतत उसका स्मरण रहे, इसलिए तथा उनके जीवन में उन्होंने जो काम किया वह भी सबके सामने रहे, इसलिए अद्वैत एकेडमी जो कार्य कर रही है वह निस्संशय अभिनंदनीय कार्य है। मुझे ये जान करके बहुत आनंद हुआ कि आप एक मास तक भगवान आदि शंकराचार्य महाराज के वाङ्मय का मंथन करके उसके अनेक पहलुओं का चिंतन सबके सामने रखने वाले हैं और यह कार्य अनेक विशिष्ट विद्वान करने वाले हैं। मैं उन सभी का अभिनंदन करता हूँ। यह हम सबका काम है और भगवान आदि शंकराचार्य महाराज का यह कार्य करते समय निश्चित रूप से हमारे जीवन भी वह सुगंधि पा सकते हैं, वह तेज आत्मसात कर सकते हैं जो उन्होंने विकृत किया है। अद्वैत को मुख्य आधार बताते हुए उन्होंने वेद का जो प्रतिपादन किया वह आज निस्संशय सर्वाधिक विज्ञाननिष्ठ प्रमाणित होता जा रहा है। उन्होंने इस भारतीय राष्ट्र को चारों कोनों से बांध करके और एक राष्ट्र के रूप में खड़ा किया। यह विश्व मांगल्य के लिए अत्यंत बड़ा आधार उनके द्वारा दिया गया है। पंचायतन पूजा का शुभारंभ करके उन्होंने जो समन्वय की एक प्रत्यक्ष आधारशिला रखी वह तो नितांत अभिनंदनीय है, पालनीय है। उन्होंने स्वयं अपने जीवन काल में जो काम किया उसका क्या वर्णन किया जाए। अष्टमे चतुरो वेदा द्वादशे सर्वशास्त्रविद षोडशे कृतवान भाष्यम द्वात्रिंशे मुनिरभ्यगात्। 8वें वर्ष में वे स्वयं चारों वेदों के विद्वान हो गए। 12वें वर्ष में समस्त शास्त्रों के ज्ञाता हो गए। 16वें वर्ष में उन्होंने वह अद्भुत शारीरिक भाष्य लिखा जो विश्व में आज भी सर्वोपरि ग्रंथ है और 16 वर्षों तक अपने इस श्रेष्ठ वैदिक मत का प्रचार करते हुए वे स्वयं अंतर्धान हुए। एक व्यक्ति इतने काम एक जीवन में कर सकता हो इसका विश्वास ही नहीं होता, लेकिन जो अविश्वसनीय लगता है, जो अत्यंत अनाकरणीय लगता है, वह प्रत्यक्ष धरातल पर हम उनके जीवन में देखते हैं। इसलिए इस एक मास में आप और मैं हम सब मिलकर के
जब उनके इन समस्त वाङ्मय रत्नों का अवलोकन करने वाले हैं। यह हमारे लिए धन्यता की घड़ी है। मित्रों, आज मैं केवल इसके शुभारंभ में मंगलाचरण करने के लिए आया हूँ। मेरा स्वयं का विचार है, मैं भी एक दिन इसमें सहभागी होकर के किसी स्तोत्र को अथवा उनके किसी विचार को आधार बना करके अपनी बातें आपके सामने रखूंगा। आज तो सभी अद्वैत अकादमी के संयोजकों का, इसमें सहभागी होने वाले वक्ताओं का और सभी श्रोताओं का अभिनंदन करता हूं। अभिनंदनम अभिनंदनम अभिनंदनम। यह भारतवर्ष का अमृत काल है और भारतवर्ष को वास्तव में अक्षय अमृत देने का काम यदि किसी ने सर्वोपरि मूलभूत दृष्टि से किया है, वे भगवान आदि शंकराचार्य महाराज है। उनकी पुण्य स्मृति में साष्टांग दंडवत पुनः पुनः प्रणाम प्रणाम और प्रणाम।
We are very blessed to have received this Ashirvachanam from Swamiji, and we are very grateful for the same. And we look forward to Swamiji's participation in this festival through his lecture, and we will be following up with Swamiji to bringing his lecture as part of this festival. And now we move on to our final segment of today's session. We are very pleased to announce the commencement of our new initiative titled Shankara Bhashya Parayanam series, which aims to video record the Parayana of Shankaracharya's Prasthana-traya Bhashya and make it available for Vedanta seekers to listen and practice. For the benefit of those who do not know, Prasthana-traya means 3 sources of authority. It is the collective name given to the Upanishads, the Brahma Sutras, and the Bhagavad Gita, which together constitute the authoritative source for imparting authentic knowledge about Vedanta. Adi Shankara Bhagavadpadacharya has written extensive commentaries on these texts that constitute the Prasthana-traya Bhashya. Bhashya means commentaries. These commentaries are not only one of the earliest such works, but also very profound and extensive in its scope. The study of these Prasthana-traya Bhashyas requires profound knowledge of Samskrita and a competence in Vyakarana, Nyaya, and Mimamsa, as well as Vedadhyayana. One of the aspects of such a study is practicing the Parayana or systematic reading of Prasthana-traya Bhashya. To facilitate this, we have conceptualized the Shankara Parayana series initiative. As part of this initiative, we have completed the video recording of Parayana of Ishavasya Upanishad Bhashyam rendered by Vidwan Manikandan Iyer. Unfortunately, he could not join us today for this session because of his other commitments. On Akshaya Tritiya, that is May 10th, the last Friday, we were very fortunate to have received the opportunity to show the recording and have it released by Jagadguru Shankaracharya Sri Vidishekara Bharati Swamigal at Sringeri. Srinivas, can you share the photo? So, as you can see the photo, this was on Akshaya Tritiya, that is May 10th, 2 days before. I went to Sringeri and we had the opportunity to show the recording, to play the recording in the front of Jagadguru Shankaracharya and have it released by him. And Acharya was very happy with this initiative. He blessed this initiative, and we are very fortunate to receive his blessings. The full recording of this, the first one, the Ishavasya Upanishad Bhashya recording, It will be made available on our YouTube channel shortly. I think by 9 o'clock, it will go live on YouTube, and all the seekers can benefit from it. But by now, we will, before closing up today's inaugural session, we will play a few minutes, around 10 minutes of this Parayana recording for the benefits of all the audience who are present with us in this live inaugural session. We'll play the 10 minutes sample from the Parayana recording now. Srinivas, please go ahead.
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। यत्पादाम्बुजचिन्तनं तनुमतां सन्तानशाखायते भाष्यं यद्भणितं चिरन्तनगवी हय्यङ्गवीनायते। यस्याज्ञाखिललोकमौलिवलभि मालासुमालायते तस्मै शङ्करदेशिकाय नमसां साहस्रमाशास्महे। ईशिता सर्वभूतानां सर्वभूतमयश्च यः ईशावास्येन सम्बोध्यम् ईश्वरं तं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ईशावास्यम् इत्यादयो मन्त्राः कर्मसु अविनियुक्ताः। तेषाम् अकर्मशेषस्य आत्मनः याथात्म्यप्रकाशकत्वात्। याथात्म्यं च आत्मनः शुद्धत्व अपापविद्धत्व एकत्व नित्यत्व अशरीरत्व सर्वगतत्वादि वक्ष्यमाणम्। तच्च कर्मणा विरुध्यत इति युक्त एवैषां कर्मसु अविनियोगः। न ह्येवं लक्षणम् आत्मनः याथात्म्यम् उत्पाद्यं विकार्यम् आप्यं संस्कार्यं कर्तृभोक्तृरूपं वा येन कर्मशेषता स्यात्। सर्वासाम् उपनिषदाम् आत्मयाथात्म्यनिरूपणेनैव उपक्षयात्। गीतानां मोक्षधर्माणां च एवं परत्वात्। तस्मात् आत्मनः अनेकत्वात् कर्तृत्वभोक्तृत्वादि च अशुद्धत्वात् पापविद्धत्वादि च उपादाय लोकबुद्धिसिद्धिं कर्माणि विहितानि। यो हि कर्मफलेनार्थी दृष्टेन ब्रह्मवर्चसादिना अदृष्टेन स्वर्गादिना च द्विजातिरहं न काणकुब्जत्वात् अनधिकारप्रयोजकधर्मवान् इत्यात्मनं मन्यते सः अधिक्रियते कर्मसु इति ह्यधिकारविदो वदन्ति। तस्मात् एते मन्त्रा आत्मनः याथात्म्यप्रकाशनेन आत्मविषयं स्वाभाविकम् अज्ञानं निवर्तयन्तः। शोकमोहादिसंसारधर्मविच्चित्तिसाधनम् आत्मैकत्वादिविज्ञानम् उत्पादयन्ति। इत्येवमुक्त अधिकार्यभिधेयसम्बन्धप्रयोजनान् मन्त्रान् संक्षेपतो व्याख्यास्यामः। ॐ ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्याञ्जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथा मा गृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम् ईशा ईष्टे इति ईट् तेन ईशा ईशिता परमेश्वरः परमात्मा सर्वस्य स हि सर्वम् ईष्टे सर्वजन्तूनाम् आत्मसन् प्रत्यगात्मतया तेन स्वेन रूपेण आत्मना ईशावास्यम् आच्छादनीयम् किम् इदं सर्वं यत्किञ्च यत्किञ्चित् जगत्यां पृथिव्यां जगत् तत् सर्वं स्वेन आत्मना ईशेन प्रत्यगात्मतया अहमेवेदं सर्वमिति परमार्थसत्यात्मरूपेण अनृतमिदं सर्वं चराचरम् आच्छादनीयं स्वेन परमात्मना यथा चन्दन अगर्वादेः उदकादिसम्बन्धजक्लेदादिजम् औपाधिकं दौर्गन्ध्यं त्वत्स्वरूपनिघर्षणेन आच्छाद्यते स्वेन पारमार्थिकेन गन्धेन तद्वदेव हि स्वात्मनि अध्यस्तं स्वाभाविकं कर्तृत्वभोक्तृत्वादिलक्षणं जगद्द्वैतरूपं जगत्यां पृथिव्यां जगत्यामिति उपलक्षणार्थत्वात् सर्वमेव नामरूपकर्माख्यां विकारजातं परमार्थसत्यात्मभावनया त्यक्तं स्यात् एवं ईश्वरात्मभावनया युक्तस्य पुत्रादि एषणात्रयसन्न्यास एव अधिकारः न कर्मसु तेन त्यक्तेन त्यागेन इत्यर्थः न हि त्यक्तो मृतः पुत्रो वा भृत्यो वा आत्मसम्बन्धिताया अभावात् आत्मनं पालयति अतः त्यागेन इत्ययमेव वेदार्थः भुञ्जीथाः पालयेथाः एवं त्यक्तैषणस्त्वं मा घृतः गृधिमाकाङ्क्षा मा कार्षीर्धनविषयाम् कस्य सिद्धनं कस्यचित् परस्य स्वस्य वा धनं मा काङ्क्षीत्यर्थः स्वित् अनर्थको निपातः अथवा मा घृतः कस्मात् कस्य स्विद्धनम् इत्याक्षेपार्थो न कस्यचिद्धनमस्ति यद्गृध्यते आत्मैवेदं सर्वमिति ईश्वरभावनया सर्वं त्यक्तम् अत आत्मन एवेदं सर्वम् आत्मैव च सर्वम् अतः मिथ्याविषयां गृधिम् आकार्षीत्यर्थः एवम् आत्मविदः पुत्रादि एषणात्रयसन्न्यासेन आत्मज्ञाननिष्ठतया आत्मा रक्षितव्य इत्येष वेदार्थः अथ इतरस्य अनात्मज्ञतया आत्मग्रहणाय अशक्तस्य इदम् उपदिशति मन्त्रः कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजीविषेच्छतं समाः एवं त्वयि नान्यथेतोऽस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे कुर्वन्नेव इह निवर्तयन्नेव कर्माणि अग्निहोत्रादीनि जिजीविषेत् जीवितुम् इच्छेत् शतं शतसङ्ख्याकाः समाः संवत्सरान् तावद्धि पुरुषस्य परमायुः निरूपितम् तथा च प्राप्त अनुवादेन यज्जिजीविषेत् शतं वर्षाणि तत् कुर्वन्नेव कर्माणीत्यवधीयते एवं प्रकारेण त्वयि जिजीविषति नरे नरमात्राभिमानिनीत एतस्मात् अग्निहोत्रादीनि कर्माणि कुर्वतः वर्तमानात् प्रकारात् अन्यथा प्रकारान्तरं नास्ति येन प्रकारेण अशुभं कर्म न लिप्यते कर्मणा न लिप्यत इत्यर्थः अतः शास्त्रविहितानि कर्माणि अग्निहोत्रादीनि कुर्वन्नेव जिजीविषेत् कथं पुनः इदम् अवगम्यते पूर्वेण सन्न्यासिनः ज्ञाननिष्ठोक्ता द्वितीयेन तद् अशक्तस्य कर्मनिष्ठा इति उच्यते ज्ञानकर्मणयोः विरुद्धं पर्वतवत् अकम्प्यं यथा उक्तं न स्मरसि किम् इहापि उक्तं यो हि जिजीविषेत् स कर्म कुर्वन् ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथाः मा गृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम् इति च न जीविते मरणे वा गृधिं कुर्वीतारण्यामियात् इति च पदं ततो न पुनरियात् इति च संन्यासशासनात् उभयोः फलभेदं च वक्ष्यति। इमौ द्वावेव पन्थानौ अनुनिष्क्रान्ततरौ भवतः क्रियापतश्चैव पुरस्तात् संन्यासश्च उत्तरेण निवृत्तिमार्गेण एषणात्रयस्य त्यागः तयोः संन्यासपत एवातिरेचयति न्यास एवात्यरेचयत् इति च तैत्तरीयके द्वामिवावथ पन्थानौ यत्र वेदाः प्रतिष्ठिताः प्रवृत्तिलक्षणो धर्मो निवृत्तौ च सुभाषितः इत्यादि पुत्राय विचार्य निश्चितम् उक्तं व्यासेन वेदाचार्येण भगवता विभागाञ्च अनयोः दर्शयिष्यामः।
So we saw a sample, the Parayana of the first and the second mantra of Ishavasya Upanishad. The Ishavasya Upanishad has 18 mantras. The full recording will go live on our YouTube channel at 9 a.m. That is in another 8 to 9 minutes, it will go live. And my request is that all the Vedanta seekers should make use of this initiative to learn and familiarize yourself with the Parayana of Shankara Bhashya. We have made a beginning with the recording of Ishavasya Upanishad Bhashya, and over the coming months, we will be doing more recordings and we will be bringing out these Parayana of other Upanishad Bhashyas as soon as possible, as and when possible. We'll continue to do this. This is a long-term project that we have started, all with the blessings of Ishvara and Bhagavadpadacharya. With this, we come to the conclusion of the inaugural session. As we conclude this inaugural session, we begin the month-long celebration of Bhagavadpada Shankaracharya. Do join us in this celebration. Register for our sessions. Attend the various lectures in the morning and the evening. Reflect upon them. Do the self-study. And let us all together imbibe the teachings of Shankaracharya in our lives. And through this, we celebrate. Through this, we show our reverence and our worship to Shankara, who is both Anadi and who is as well as Adi. With this, we conclude this session. I'm very thankful to all my colleagues and everybody else who has made this program possible. Dr. Nagaraj Paturi ji, Ravi Shankar Garu, many are present here. Vijayalakshmi Akka, Prasad Kaipa ji is present. We have many other team of hosts such as Soumya ji, Anuradha ji, Kanchan ji, Sanjeev Shalgikar ji is also here. All of them are very part of this festival. We have Srinivas ji and Koti Ramprasad, who are also very much the very backbone of the festival, who handle all the technical aspects of this. So there are many people associated with this who have made this festival possible. And most importantly, of course, Shri Harikaran Vadlamani ji is there, who is the inspiration, who is the force, who is the guiding force, who is the working force behind all the initiatives of Indica Moksha. So we are thankful to all of you, and I'm very thankful to all the audience who will be joining us throughout this festival and who have supported us through the last 5 years in celebrating the life and legacy of Shankaracharya. Let us continue celebrating Bhagavadpadacharya for the next 1 month. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.